Okay, Taurus. So let me get into your horoscope. But before I do, if you are interested in a reading with me, please check out my services at www.thetruestnorth.com. My email is thetruestnorth@gmail.com. My Facebook page is The Truest North, and my Instagram is at The Truest North. So for you, Taurus, the Pluto South Node conjunction at 23 degrees of Capricorn, that's happening all month, but you're going to feel it especially on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th of April. That is happening in your ninth house of belief systems. What are your beliefs? What do you have faith in? What do you have faith in the universe? What is it that is your purpose in life? Ninth house is our purpose in life. What we feel our purpose in life is. What belief systems do you have that are old and outdated that need to be torn down and let go of in order to expand your mind? Because the ninth house always seeks expansion in an effort to find out its true relationship to the universe and all that is. So very much about tearing down old belief systems and building things anew there. And then so you're going to feel that with Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node there, you're going to be feeling that pressure to purge outdated beliefs that no longer serve you. The new moon at 15 degrees of Aries, happening on April 5th at 4:50 a.m. Eastern Time, is going to be happening in your 12th house. And the 12th house is one of those unconscious one of those houses that deals with our unconscious emotional drives and unconscious memories that we bring, that are hidden from us, and they can be from the very beginning of our life, they can be while we were in our mother's womb, and they can be from past lives. And so the 12th house rules it rules spirituality, mysticism, meditation, and going within. All spiritual practices are the 12th house. How we connect with the divine. It also rules, it's a connection to the collective unconscious and like the inspiration that we can get from there. It is also limitations, expenses, large institutions that sort of house people away from the rest of society. So like hospitals, prisons, monasteries, spas, retreats are also, on the nicer side, are also very 12th house things. Faraway journeys to like an island, secluded island or something like that. 12th house is where we go to be alone and away from the world. And it also rules sleep, relaxation, surrender, and letting go. And so, this new beginning could have something, would have something to do with that, very much so. It also rules, I remember Lada Duncheva saying this, bed pleasures. So because it rules, it's very much away, very much the private side of us, very much away from what the outside world sees. So it could have something to do with that. Now Mars, the ruler of the new moon, is going to be in Gemini, and it's happening in your second house. So that says that somehow this is going to be related to second house themes of money, possessions, your resources, which include your talents, your values, your maybe having to do with 12th house. Second house is very much about the physical body and the support and comfort of the physical body. What you eat, because it rules food and what you put into your mouth and the throat as well. Very much about resources. So somehow those two are connected, and that's where you're going to be. That's like the impetus to start that new venture in the 12th house that you've got going on. So there's going to be some kind of mix of the 12th house and the second house and this new moon beginning, these new seeds that you're planting. So the fire grand trine on April 14th will be happening at in your 4th, 8th, and 12th houses. And all the water houses, and those are the water houses, they're all about those emotions which dwell beneath the surface. And so a grand trine in the water houses gives you like an inner emotional peace, like you're emotionally in tune with yourself and with other people. You can almost be like psychic on this day. And it really gives a chance for deep bonding with another, and also with any spiritual practices that you have. You can really get in tune with that side of yourself, and maybe have some kind of mystical experience. So you're supported in that on April 14th, just so you know. On April 19th, the full moon at 29 degrees Libra in your 6th house, that's going to have something to do with the manifestation and the revelation of things to do with relationships, partnerships, equality, diplomacy, in the area of in balance and harmony in a 6th house area. So the 6th house is our daily routine, our work, the work that we do every day, our work environment, our skills that we use in our work. Health, how we take care of our health, and how we manage the problems of daily existence. Like 6th house is where most people spend their day. How we serve, how we take care of things that are dependent on us. So anybody that's dependent on you, or any or like pets that are dependent on you, that's all 6th house stuff. So it has to do with a balancing in those areas that require problem solving skills from you as well. And 6th house is also the debts that we have, so it could have something to do with that. And then there's an inconjunct to Venus in Pisces in the 11th house, so there's some kind of incongruency that it's going to show you regarding those 6th house issues, the need for balance and refinement and harmony in those areas. And 11th house is friends, groups, organizations that we belong to. There's going to need to be some kind of understanding between those two areas of your life. How to merge. How can you get those two to work together? 11th house is friends, groups, organizations that we belong to, networks, communities that we're a part of. It's also our hopes, goals, and wishes. What are your wishes for life? Maybe you're finding an example of how this could play out is maybe you're finding that you have your hopes, goals, and wishes have to do with in the 11th house, have to do with, I don't know, what could we say there? You want to be a part of a certain community or a certain group, but there is an adversarial relationship that you have, like with a coworker that's sort of impeding, acting as a block to that. Those things that relationship needs to be balanced and harmonized through some diplomacy. And, then you figure out a way for that, to use that to sort of lead you into this group, or you find a way, like some way, universe, once you solve that problem, the universe opens up the problem of the 11th house, and merging with this group that you want to be a part of. Or something. That's a way that it could play out. But something between those two areas of life, you're going to have to figure out a way to sort of make those two things work together. Okay, the Sun conjunct Uranus at 2 degrees of Taurus is going to be happening in your 1st house on April 22nd. So you may want to break from routine and become sort of unpredictable that day. With Taurus, Taurus is a very stable, steady sign, stubborn. It doesn't like change, but Uranus going through your sign over the next 7 years, you're going to learn the benefits of change. And you're going to get a taste of that on the 22nd when, you have a desire to break free from routine. And, I'm saying, it may be a good idea to go for it. So, on April 24th and April 29th, Pluto and Saturn are going to be stationing retrograde in Capricorn in your ninth house, a belief system. So again, you've got a lot of, over the next, through September and October, you're going to have to focus more on restructuring or your belief systems. What is outworn, what is outdated. Have to do some restructuring, some letting go. If not, Pluto is going to demolish outdated belief systems, and it's going to force you to come to terms with the fact that was dead weight in your life, and you're going to have to build some belief systems, your belief systems and the world, how you see the world at large, and regarding your purpose in life. In your view, the ninth house is your view of God. What do you believe in? That's going to have to be any outdated belief systems. They're going to have to be torn down and rebuilt anew. So that is it for you, Taurus. Enjoy the month.